phone.
It's gonna freeze like that on that phone. You know that, right? That's why I said make a photo.
Hold on.
It's gonna lead with that photo.
No, it shouldn't lead with that photo.
It's gonna lead with that photo.
As soon as it started, just what you did.
Your dashboard live pod camera customized here. I don't want to customize. Oh, we live. Damn.
Good. Hello. She's sitting over there on the end like I ain't gonna do that much shit.
Bunch.
She reading everything.
Y'all know we live, right?
See, and we late. We on Eastern. I told y'all we on Eastern time. Hold on.
We got a little late.
I ain't nice like balls.
Almost like 2 hours.
I ain't nice like balls. I slap the black off your head.
Y'all excuse these folks.
Because they said there's too much drinking on the podcast, okay?
You should have drank that before you pressed
Water.
Ditto.
Looking ass. Water, ditto. All right, y'all. Hi. Anyways, let's jump it off. Okay, the podcast is Truth and Facts Over Feelings and Emotions, and we were talking about asking the right questions on the first date. What should you ask? I mean, like, basically, you've been talking to this person for a while. Y'all finally going out. You know what I mean? You like, hey, you know, we sitting down. Conversation rules the nation. So what should be questions you ask to actually kind of dodge the bullet and get to know somebody? And I had a whole list of them, and we was going to go down the list. And, you know what I mean? Y'all play too much. I'm trying to be serious.
You said y'all been talking for a while. Now y'all finally went out on the first date.
Well, y'all been talking.
On a date before?
No.
You've been talking to somebody.
Okay, like say, let's put it like this. I met you at the store.
That's what I'm trying to clear.
I met you at the store. I got your number. We talking. We on the phone. We text messaging. We sending pictures. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's handsome. Human beings.
Have you ever met somebody and went out on a date?
I mean, no, I'm saying you meet them, yeah, and then y'all exchange numbers. You may conversate with them, but it's like within that first 2 days of conversating, you decide if you're gonna meet up or go out on a date. Like within that time frame, it's not like we're gonna be talking for months down the line and then we finally have a first date.
I didn't know. Some people
do have it longer than 2 days.
Yeah, they'll talk, and then I mean, you get somebody's number.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like during the process of talking to somebody, texting, like some of those first date questions, don't you think those would come up in first few conversation questions?
Nope. Because you're gonna be infatuated with that person you talking to, so it's gonna turn into a little conversation, and her sending pictures, and you sending pictures, and then eventually y'all gonna meet up.
Right, I ain't doing that.
I'm just saying, sending pictures.
Okay, so you tell me right now, you go to the liquor store, or you go to church, and you find a chick. Y'all swap numbers. Y'all not gonna text back and forth.
Yes, and these are some of the questions that are gonna pop up in
You
that
gonna ask
conversation.
I would rather talk in person.
Ask them in person so you can read their facial
Yes,
expressions
some of them,
because
yeah.
everybody can lie on the phone.
But what do you talk about when you texting somebody for that long before you go on that? What y'all talking about? Hey,
What you doing?
What you doing? Hey,
How was your day?
Well, by that time,
Boo,
I'm gonna be
boring.
Oh, watching Netflix.
Boring.
So what
Boring.
What shows you watch on Netflix?
That's why you link up and go to. Hey, now she might be like, "Hey, do you want to go out to eat or something?" Okay, cool. Finally, y'all for to see each other for the second time because y'all been
Y'all
messaging and
finna
shit.
reiterate
you're one of
everything
those
y'all been
people-
talking about the first time.
But if you're one of those person,
You gotta get exactly. You got to get the
But
feel
within
of the
that
person.
conversation, if you're not even asking questions at first, how you know they even want to go out with you? Like, oh man, he's so bland. Why you keep asking me all these questions and this and that, and you know what I'm
You don't
saying?
just give them a list or you just sit there and ask them to. You gotta work it into the conversation.
I'm not saying bring a paper and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
wait, hold on, y'all. Wait. I ain't your turn."
but what if you're one of those people that conversation is what you're more attracted to? So if you're you meet somebody and you're talking to them, when you exchange numbers and you're talking to them, I'm not gonna just say, "Hey, what you doing? How was your day?" and don't never text back no more. I'm gonna get it after the first day of saying, "Hey, what you doing? How's your day? Or what kind of job do you have? Or what kind of work do you do? Or do you have kids?
And you know what we gonna hear?
Or do you live by yourself?"
You know what we gonna hear?
Or-
Why she ask? It's better.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, you're right. We live in it. Yeah, you do ask
at
those
that
questions.
Point, if I get no response or if I don't like what I see, at that point, it ain't no date.
Well, I'm more like this. I'd rather meet a person face to face, have that conversation, and we talk and get to know each other on a one-on-one basis. I mean, texting and calling, that's cool, but I've seen you. I got your number. We talking, we texting back and forth. Apparently, if I'm taking you serious, because we talking about serious conversations, serious relationship, if I'm feeling like I want to date you, I'm going to meet up with you to see if I should pursue this relationship or not. Okay. And when I come, that's when I'm going to be more open. Yeah, I might text and ask you this and ask you that. I'm going to be more open to having that conversation with you because now you right here in front of me. So now it's time to talk. I mean, the texting and all that, that's cool. I'm sorry, I'm not a texting person.
Good question. Okay, so you meet somebody, like say you met somebody, you get the number, whatever. You talking to them right then and there, so why not even get some of those questions out the way to make it seem like, hey, yeah, I like
okay.
you. Let me.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
Okay, but off the jump. That's why I said when y'all go on a date, off the jump, if you just like you said, if I would have said the first one I was gonna say, what's your connection with God? Now we texting. Now I text you. What's your connection with God? You gonna be like, nigga, I just got your number, and the first thing you asked me, this is when you done had that conversation, y'all finna go, I don't care who you is. If you talking to somebody you interested in, you pursuing, then you're gonna take the time and be like, I wanna see this person. It's gonna make you wanna see that person. And, okay, you're right. So the questions you asked before y'all go on this date, of course, that's gonna let you know, do I wanna go this route or do I don't wanna go this route? But you're gonna get more of a.
Don't even let me know if I want to get your number and try to go out and hook up with you.
You know why I say it's better to do it on a date? Because I could be right here, say I'm single, and I'm texting her. Well, I'll be right here drinking, and she done text me, hey, how was your day? I'm drunk. Fine. What the fuck you doing?
But in person,
looking sexy.
You're gonna be.
You know what I mean? I'm not.
His words gonna be slurred because he drunk.
Okay, but in person, if I'm sitting here.
And then you can tell they're telling the truth.
But see, that's what's going on now because.
No, you can't. That's not.
This
You can read a person.
You can read a person in person.
People are so good.
Really.
I'm telling you,
Man,
some people are so
I'm gonna give you 3 ways.
Spiritual.
I'm gonna give you 3 ways you can read a person.
I know I can feel when I have a bad vibe about a person or when they or something, but some people play shit so good, you don't know.
That's why you go on dates and ask them.
But that's why
well, you know.
You get them out of their comfort zone.
And they'll still play. I'm telling you, I've been through it.
But every time is different.
Okay, let's put it like this.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's saying that. Now, it's 3 ways you can read a person. For one, if I'm out on a date with you, we face to face. If we not having eye contact and we not right here looking at each other while we talking, I already know you ain't interested.
And then when they try to
That's
subject,
it right
they're
there.
running away from it because they have something to hide.
Then when you ask them something, if they like say the same question you asked when you text her, hey, what's your connection with God? And she turn around and be like, oh, I'm God-fearing person and this. Now, face to face, you ask her. Hold on. Now, face to face, when you ask her, now you can see where her head at when you ask her that question, because she might be like, oh, well, you know, I go to church, you know, I go, what's that church down there, Arapahoe somewhere? You know what I mean? This is what the problem is with dating now. Everybody want to go text me, text this, text that. No, you're not gonna really know a person until you in front of that person and you having that conversation.
That's think about it. Some people are more comfortable behind words than they are just talking to somebody.
I don't want to be behind words because if I'm behind words, then I got something to hide. If I'm interested in, look here, okay.
Or if they feel uncomfortable and self-conscious,
it's just like
it's just sometimes because I don't know you, and there's so many things that's happening, so many people that try to take advantage.
That's why you go to a public place.
That's why you go to a public place.
Because most people, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to invite that person to their house.
So basically what y'all saying is chivalry dead.
But some people
Chivalry dead. That's what y'all saying. Instead of going out and taking this person out to see if I like this person and meeting this person, I'm going to be lazy and just sit there on my phone and text all these questions on the phone when I can't just sit down and have it one-on-one with the person and see where they from. That's being lazy. If you shy, then okay. If you text me more, let's put it like this: if you would text me more when we not around each other, hey, we have to say, okay, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. Because we're not doing like we did last time. One person talk, we gonna pass, because it's getting ranked. If I'm the type of person to text you And I will have a full-blown conversation with you texting, but in person, I'm quiet. That should already let you know that ain't the type of person you want anyways, because what y'all gonna do when y'all around each other? We at the dinner table, text. No, it don't work like that. That's already a red flag.
You know, everybody's so consumed with always, I'm busy, this and that. So it's like when you text,
That's another sign
it
that
gives
you always
No,
busy.
I'm saying it gives you a means to answer whenever you feel like you want to answer instead of having a conversation with somebody after you talk for so long. It's like you don't really have nothing to say, but you don't want to be quiet. So you forcing conversation there to where you're just talking about dumb stuff.
So,
You know what I'm saying? But when you
exactly.
text, you got the time to
So
read
that's why you
and
go
think
on
about
a
how you
date
wanna
with 'em.
answer that and this and that.
But
Go
then
ahead.
you don't want nobody like that because you want somebody you can vibe with. You want somebody you can joke with.
Thank you.
You want somebody that you can just make conversation over something stupid on
If
the wall.
we sitting here texting
You know?
constantly, yes, I'm gonna get bored with the
That's why
situation.
we go out because
It's like
then
that's-
we can talk about somebody over there.
Thank
Look,
you.
They just did some dumb shit. Like,
We can
you know
see if
what I mean?
we.
So y'all gonna be godly and go out and talk about somebody.
No, you get what I'm saying.
No. Yep. I tell you like this. When I hit the club, I'm talking about
That's what we
everybody.
do in the club.
Me and her at the club, I be like, hold on, wait a minute. He finna go try to get her. No,
I be like,
he
"Hey,
don't
you
want
see
it.
that? You
Yeah.
see
Look.
that?"
Now, how you gonna get that bond and that connection with a person to even understand if you like this person if y'all texting and just calling each other? Y'all ain't around each other to even see if y'all can connect.
But
So by the time you gonna get bored with the texting and you gonna be like, man, I text her every day. We ain't met up.
You
We
get bored when you really like the person. When
Shit.
you really like the person,
But
you do not get bored of texting.
But can you really like the person if you've never been on a
I
date
was
with
saying
them?
never go on a
I think
date. I was
the
saying
date
that
first.
you still have to ask questions because this might be something that y'all talk about, or maybe something that's said that
I can't
early
see.
on before you even get to the date, and it might be like, I ain't really feeling him, or I ain't like that.
I got it.
I'm not gonna still be like, let's go out on a date, and you just said something to offend me, or I see that your views are the same as my views, or something like that. You're gonna know a little bit enough to even see if you're interested in going on a date with that person or not.
Hold on.
Everybody is
TK
right.
said at that point you trying to put your foot on a motherfucker's neck. What are you talking about?
I don't understand.
Explain.
Elaborate.
Because
My-
you are gonna have to ask those questions to even go out on the first date, but you do want to
Hold on.
reiterate them when you are with that person to see if they serious. or not.
Exactly.
So both of y'all.
Okay, and this is what I said. TK said, I don't want a person asking me too many questions. I'm going to think they feds. That's the problem with dating now, because if I'm trying to get to know you, I have to ask questions. I can't just assume, hey, TK like this or TK like that. I can't assume. I got to ask questions.
And if you think somebody the fast for asking you questions, this is gonna make me feel like you a criminal.
And then you just gotta look at society now. Marriages that lasted back in the day, they didn't have phones to text and stuff. They went on dates. They went and did things together. And those are parents that have been together 40, 50, 60, you know what I mean?
And some of them
60 years.
last.
I can
That's what I'm
I can
saying.
promise you this.
Nowadays, the phone done fucked up.
The phone, I can promise you
It
this.
messed up everything.
A lot of dudes and females, the person you texting on your phone, say if you dating them, I guarantee you, if you actually go out on a date with them, go try and do something with them, it's gonna work out a lot better than y'all sitting back behind their phone texting back and forth. Because if I might like you. Let's just put it like this: I might like you, so we texting. Then we finally go out. Say I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna take you bowling. So I go take you bowling, and you sitting there looking at every nigga walk your way. That's why dating is for understanding and learning a person, because now that I'm in front of you, you done said all this stuff over the phone. Now that we done went on this date like we should have done, now I'm like, no, I don't even know if you might just be the person, we over there bowling, you ain't looking at everybody, you just boring. I'm done, I don't want to play no more. Okay, your phone conversation good, but in person, I wouldn't even talk to you. Yeah. And then vice versa, you might be texting somebody who don't even text that much, and then turn around, go out on a date with them and be like, dang, I want to see that dude again.
But see, those are the people that automatically tell you, I don't really like texting. You know, I'd rather see you face to face, and I can respect that. But I'm not saying don't go on dates.
Okay.
I just agreed that both of y'all was right.
Right,
Yeah,
I know,
okay.
but I'm saying you said that.
Okay,
that's
Hook Dog.
I ain't saying
Hook
that.
Dog said, ask open questions, not specific questions, and just listen. You'll get all the info you need, because motherfuckers love to talk.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Don't
So,
tell me
if we sitting here on the phone, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me on that phone through them text messages and keep me interested. But if I see you face to face, I mean, facial expression show everything. You sit here and say, "Oh, I love a man who got a lot of money," but your facial expression showing different. I'm face to face with you, so now I can see who you really are. I can see what you really thinking. I can see what you pondering. But behind the phone, I can tell you anything. You can't see I might be laughing like, "Hey, look, I just told her she cute. If she really ugly, I'm just trying to smash."
But I got resting bitch face, and I could be having fun, and I just be looking like blah.
And somebody might like that. Somebody might be like,
But I'm cool as a fan. I have fun. I can make you laugh, and I like doing all the kitty stuff. I like having fun, but some of my facial expressions will. So you'll know when I'm annoyed, and you'll know when you'll know when I'm annoyed or when you piss me off. But at the same time, I sometimes look like I'm angry, and I'm not angry.
Okay, so say y'all out on a date, right? Right. And y'all having a good vibe, chilling, y'all having a good conversation, and you actually like the person that you sitting across from. Mm-hmm. But when they start asking certain questions, are you gonna be open enough to answer those questions, or are you gonna shut down? Because a lot of people, when you ask them certain questions, the first thing they do is shut down because they don't feel comfortable telling you face to face what's really going on.
But that's why
so you gonna hide behind your phone and answer the question?
No.
I didn't say that. I said you out on a date.
Okay, if y'all really like the person, can y'all just think of a time when y'all really like somebody? You saw her, she was pretty, you like how she handled herself, she carried herself good. You really, really like this girl or boy. If they ask you a question, are you really gonna go to a stand of being offended?
No.
You're not, because you really like them. So that also tells you something.
Some people do, but
It depends on the question and how you say it, like you said before. What did you say?
it's not
Go
what you
ahead and
say,
repeat.
it's how
What?
you say it.
What you not,
It's not what you say, but how you say it.
Yeah. And see, I agree with that because it's like, I think a date is more, because if you dating, we're not talking about you trying to meet somebody to sleep with, have a one night stand. We're talking about actually dating. You're looking for an actual relationship.
But that's
So
the problem
when you
with
go on a date, you're going around that person because you want to know, hey, can I vibe with this person? Can I go to the movies with this
That's
person?
the problem
What can?
too,
Go ahead.
because sometimes you're in love with this person, but they just want to smash. And how do you know? They just want to smash.
That's why I got these questions right here.
Exactly, and that's
And when
why
they run
people
away
that get
from,
offended
thank you, the
extra.
people who get offended when you asking questions, it's because they're really not
If
interested.
you really like
But-
somebody, you just
Most of the time, yeah,
threshold.
you gotta put it like this. If I'm asking questions, I'm interested in you. I like it. I'm trying to pursue you. I'm trying to make a future with you. But if you sitting there and you like, oh, well, I don't want you asking this question.
Then
Why you
why
asking?
does it
Then
count
you
if
not.
it's smash?
Then honestly, thank you. In your mind, it's like, why you asking me all these questions?
Some
I'm
people might
just
just
trying to
think
get
you're
some.
being nosy. You know?
I'm trying to get to know you. Really
Well,
think
that's
about
true,
what you're
though.
saying.
That's
Let's go.
I'm just saying, some people might
Let's
think you're
really-
being nosy. Like, why you want to know all this about me?
Because I'm finna date you. Like, we finna have a relationship. I'm not finna jump in a
But you-
relationship not knowing what I want.
You can also
But
ask that question.
If we go back to the beginning of it, how many people actually even go out on dates anymore? Because nowadays you hear, oh, say, let's hang out this weekend, or let's
That's a
smoke,
date.
let's
That's
get
a
together
date.
and match a blunt.
Okay, when I say date don't mean you gotta go to the restaurant and get the finest wine and the champagne and the steak dinner nothing. Kicking it at the house. When the female come to kick
it
it.
depends on what
No.
date it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It depends on if it's your first date. It depends on if y'all been talking for a while. It depends. It's levels to that because if, like me, for example, I'm a single mama. So if for my first date, you ain't coming to my house and I ain't coming to yours either. We gonna meet up somewhere because I don't want you to come pick me up because I don't want you to know where I stay because I don't know if you're a killer or whatever. So I'm not gonna do none of that. But then it's like once you know the person a little bit or you went out with them a little bit, then it goes to a date can be a picnic. A date can be a romantic dinner at the house with candlelight and rose petals or whatever. It doesn't always, a lot of people be thinking dating, then it gotta come with a happy ending or whatever, and that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
But it is levels to dating, and it is levels to get to that point because somebody's gonna say something, and it's like, if I say something to you and you get offended, you gonna feel a certain type of way because you got offended, but I'm also gonna see like, man, that was simple and he got offended. I don't know if I wanna-
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I said it's better to ask these questions face to face because now you know. And when I say dating, like she was saying, when I say dating, when you say I'm just gonna go over there and kick it with her house, we finna drink or probably just smoke or whatever, you on a date, player. Just because you ain't went to the restaurant or none of that, you on a date.
Now,
You're trying to see.
hanging out where you don't have no expectations or nothing like that. When you on a date, you have an expectation of.
Let me ask you a question.
I hope this goes good.
No.
I hope we can get along.
No.
Those expectations that you have, you
No.
don't want to just go out with somebody and have no expectations about
Okay,
nothing.
well let's put it like
When
this.
you just hanging out, you just hanging out. If the vibe is there, If it's not what you're talking
Okay.
about.
But why are you hanging with her?
They get afraid.
Are you hanging with the girl because you don't find her attractive? Are you hanging with the girl because you don't see like, hey, maybe we can have something?
Hey, you don't see like a good friend in that person. It's
We're-
just like,
See,
that's
now-
just like,
Okay, you're getting off topic.
Exactly.
We're not talking about.
Exactly.
We're not talking about dating to find a good friend. We're talking about you're pursuing this person, you dating this
you
person.
said dating and hanging out the same thing. I said when you go on a date.
You
have
just said she
expectations.
might just be a good friend.
I said you have expectations when you go on a date.
No,
Like,
I don't have
not those
expectations.
type of expectations.
You don't have no expectations when you go out with somebody.
I'm just asking the question. We go
Because
out.
once you
let's
start
go.
asking questions, you have an expectation because you're actually trying to get to know that person.
I'm
So
asking.
you ask those
Expectation
questions to get to know
is
that
like
person,
me
'cause you're
expecting her to be a certain
somebody who you gonna connect with, who you gonna vibe with. Those are expectations. When you don't have no expectations, I can be like, hey, what you doing? Shit, let's kick it. Let's go hang out. Because I really don't have an expectation trying to pursue you. I'm just talking to you, asking you a few questions, and just.
We're talking about pursuing the person.
Exactly.
We're not
I'm
talking
saying.
about not. We're not talking about somebody who just trying to go sleep with some females or get cool, be a
I was just
homegirl.
giving you the
We
difference
talking
between
about
expectations
right.
and
No,
No,
we're- you know what you want.
Ask those questions.
Thank you. That's my point. So when you go out on this date, and this is what I'm getting at. It's like I'm so tired of hearing people say, "Why this don't work? Why that don't work? I tried this. This didn't work. I tried." People keep doing the same thing, and that's insanity. You're doing the same thing, hoping for different results. So when I made this list of the whole questions you should ask, I'm giving you an idea to look at the situation differently. Stop going for what you're normally going for because it's not working. And it's ignorant because people keep doing it. Just like I said, y'all said it was too soon to just be like, hey, what's your connection with God? But you also did say it's about how you say it, how you present that. Now, I wasn't just going to pop up and be like, hey, what's your connection with God? Oh, snap. Let's get to it. You read Matthew? You read John's? You know about Samson? Boy, Jesus rose and died again. No, I wasn't going to do that. I sit back and be like, hey, I'm really feeling you. And, I'm hoping we can have some. But I got to cuss.
She said she go to church and she said they go to church.
Okay, so I'm like, hey, I'm letting her know. I'm letting her know this. Hey, look, I'm pursuing you. I'm hoping we can have some. So I do want to ask a couple of questions out of curiosity because I'm trying to get to know you. So when I come in, the first question was, what is your connection with God? If a person gets offended by that, I won't talk to you anyways. I really don't. If you be like, well, why are you asking that? Then I'm be like, because, I'm a God-fearing man. You know what I mean? I study the Bible. I'm into it. And I'm trying to see what kind of structure you have in life. If it's not Jesus, it might be Buddha. It might be whatever you believe in because a house divided can't stand. So I'm thinking about my future. What people don't do is they go on these dates with people and they're not thinking about future references. They're thinking about the now. What are we doing now? We're vibing now. Okay, we vibing. We can vibe for 3 months. And then next week hate each other. I didn't know she wasn't into this. I didn't know. I might be sitting there and you just told me that you into God. And now I'm sitting here watching 10 Commandments and you come in there like, hey, why you watching that godly shit? What, nigga, you ain't saved.
I'm just say, me personally, I love living in the now because, tomorrow's never promised. So I'm going to enjoy my moments as they come to me. Mm-hmm. I can always look for a future, but you got to think about it. How many times have you tried to plan something with somebody in the future and then it goes wrong? You know what I'm saying? So why not just enjoy that time that y'all having and enjoy those moments instead of you can sit there and talk to somebody and try to plan the future or I want to get married and this and that. Okay, that's a cool future. I understand you want to get married, you want to have kids, this and that, but for right now, I want to enjoy these
Hold on,
moments.
it's on the code, Keelan. It's on the code. Go ahead.
But don't for right now, you want to be real with this person. Even if tomorrow ain't promised, I'm not going to fake it to this person. I'm going to be real. You know
I
what I mean?
didn't say I wasn't gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm just saying.
But
I'm not gonna
these
sit here and
questions
just.
are real. They don't even have to be those questions, period. They just gotta be real questions. Like, not just, you know what I mean? Hiding
Okay,
behind.
I get what he's saying on that whole tomorrow ain't promised. We already know that.
That's why you be real in the moment.
So yeah, of course enjoy the moment, but at the same time, go ahead.
I was about to say, but it wasn't in a sense of not being real. It was like, well, I understand, like, because it is a lot of people that, you know, that they're not, but it was like, I understood it, like what he said. Tomorrow's not promised. It's not that okay, well, I'm just gonna fake it. I'm just gonna shoot shit and just, you know, do whatever. I can still be real, but it's like, I'm gonna soak up this moment also because I can go to sleep and not wake up.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean I get
Yeah.
that, but that's a little
And
deep,
then-
ain't it? Like,
And then think about it. You can ask
Wishful
all
thinking.
the right questions, right? You can
Wishful
ask all
thinking.
the right questions, and he or she can be like, "Well, I'm not really looking for nobody right now." But you asking
Bye.
all these questions, and all of a
Bye.
sudden,
that's the point of the question.
exactly. So why
So
would I
you-
sit here and go in the whole depth of asking all these extra questions when I just want to know what I want to know for the moment, so we can enjoy that time for that moment?
That sounds like no. Wait. That's what I was just about to say. We really going down the list without even looking at it.
Right.
But at the same time, if you just trying to enjoy that moment, you're not looking for no relationship. You trying to enjoy the moment.
How you know you're not looking for a relationship? Because sometimes
Okay,
it
if
happens.
I'm sitting here and I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, say I'm going out, I met some girl, I'm trying to enjoy the moment, everything going good, you know what I'm saying? We wind up screwing around or whatever because that's what it's gonna lead to. Then I'm not really
No, not like
sitting
that.
here pursuing.
No,
Not
like
like
when you
that.
start talking
Not
to
like
somebody, you dating somebody.
Because it's like the questions, the reason of the questions is, once you ask these questions, you know what I mean? People gonna say what they say. Some of them gonna lie. Of course, we already know that. They gonna lie. They gonna, oh, well, yeah, I'm into this, I'm into that, I believe in this, I believe in that. This is where y'all mess up when it comes to dating. Remember what that person said. The most important part of a relationship is remembering what your spouse or whoever you talking to is saying to you. If you're not paying them no mind or even remember, if your girlfriend told you something yesterday, something important and you didn't even remember it, you really not into what she's talking about.
That's
So-
not true because I have a really bad memory loss.
Well, then you got glaucoma. You need to smoke blunt.
Then you might want to
That's-
write down your questions.
Yeah, you might want to.
People that I talk like,
Hold on, wait a minute. I
forget.
didn't know he was violent. Did I ask him that? Oh, I did. I did ask him that.
I remember stuff like that.
So-
no, I'm not big on
So we looking at.
No, I'm not big on anniversaries because it's like I be knowing like I know the month, but I don't know the date. Like I don't know the date.
I mean, that's
know
okay.
the
At least you
year,
remember
but I don't
something.
know the specific date.
At least you remember something.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember birthdays.
So, what would be a good question that you would want to ask somebody on your first day? When y'all
On my
sit down,
first day.
y'all eating food.
On my first day.
On
We
your
sitting
first
there,
day, what
right?
kind of questions would you ask?
We sitting there, right?
Yeah,
Just me being single.
yeah.
One at a time, like we did. My first question I would ask, and I'm gonna ask this now because I'm older and a lot of people have kids. How do you feel when it comes to raising and disciplining kids? That would be my first question, honestly, because if I'm dating you and we pursuing and we trying to have a future, I'm thinking about future standards. Now, if we living in the moment, like he said, apparently we enjoying ourselves, so I'm asking, okay, well, say if you don't have kids, hey, well, say if you do, because I got to base that off somebody who do have kids. All right, so how do you feel? I'm coming in your life. We're trying to get a future together. You have kids. I don't. How do you feel about me disciplining your kids and helping you raise them? How does that work? How does that work? Like, are you the type to be like, okay, because a lot of women say that a woman with kids is a package deal, right? All of them say that. If you got me, you got my kids. We all come together. How do you feel when it comes to time of me raising them, giving them direction, and when it comes to me disciplining them?
Now, if
See,
you're
that will come-
raising them, or you know, you being there while they were like young or something, and you helping raising them, the discipline part would probably just come natural because you are probably that father figure already because you're being there because you're raising them. But if you're somebody like just now coming in, it might be like, my kids shouldn't disrespect you. They're not gonna disrespect you appreciate, you know, it being told to me first what the situation was. And that's happened to me before, and I said, whoop
Yeah.
they ass, because they need to know.
Well,
And I stood right there, because I was like, that was disrespectful.
No,
And there was something that needed to be done.